With everyone's permission, I'm starting with today's session now. Greetings and a warm welcome to all the dignitaries present here. I'm Shwastika from Team Clearnit, serving as the allocated session
Yes,
assistant to
we can start.
ensure a seamless experience. Clearnit is India's most trusted and widely used digital platform, offering a multitude of enriching services, especially for the doctors. Clearnit is delighted to be chosen as a digital partner for this event organized by IMA JDN. So today's focus would be Thiran. So let's begin today's session, for which I would like to invite Dr. Jayant sir to take over. Over to you, sir.
All right. Good evening, everyone, and a warm welcome to all. It gives me great pleasure to introduce Thiran, an inspiring online talk series proudly presented by IMA MSN JDN. Thiran is a platform created to guide and motivate NEET PG aspirants through the experience of those who have already walked this path, our NEET PG toppers. Each session of Thiran brings you closer to understanding not just how to prepare, but how to think, plan, and persevere through this journey. Our speakers will share their strategies, challenges, and lessons learned, insights that can make all the difference in your preparation. And in order to kick this event off, I kindly invite Darshana Armugam, co-convener, IMA MSN Tirunelveli, for the IMA prayer.
Jayant, who is giving IMA prayer?
Sir, Darshana Armugam, sir, but some connectivity issue. 1 second, sir.
Good evening, Hariharan sir. Good evening, Indran sir. Good evening, Kanan sir.
Very good evening.
Welcome
Good
to the
evening.
session, sir.
Good evening, all.
Good evening, sir.
Shrija, you can recite the IMA prayer and then we can start.
Okay, sir. Okay.
I request Srija ma'am to please lead with the IMA prayer.
Good evening, everyone. I'll start with the IMA prayer. May everybody be happy. May everybody be healthy. May everybody be free from pain. May everybody be free from sorrow. May we be the healing cure beyond every grade and year. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I invite Joel Raj, General Secretary, IMA MSN Tirunelveli, for the physician prayer.
Dear Lord, thou great physician, I kneel before thee, since every good and perfect gift must come from thee, I pray. Give skill to my hands, clear vision to my mind, kindness and sympathy to my heart, give singleness of purpose, strength to life, at least a part of the burden of my suffering fellow men, a true realization of the rare privilege that is mine. Take from my heart all guilt and worldliness, that with the simple faith of a child I rely on thee.
Thank you, Joel. And now for the flag salutation, I kindly invite Kritik Roshan, IMA MSN.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, good evening. Yes. We are reaching 100. Oh, very good.
Thank you, sir. Nandini, do
He
this
is
flag
unable to
salutation.
join, so I shall proceed with the flag salutation. We, the members of Indian Medical Association, stand here to salute our national flag. Its honor and glory shall be our light and strength, and its course shall be our course. We pledge our allegiance to it and realizing our responsibilities as the accredited members of this national organization. We swear we will dedicate everything in our power to see it fly high in the community of nations. Jai Hind, long live IMA.
Thank you, Nandini. And now I think we can move on to the welcome address, which will be delivered by Nandini, convener, IMA MSN Tirunelveli.
Nandini, it's a connectivity issue.
Happy to say that this is the first
I think if you switch off the
online
video, you may have better audio.
Sorry, I think there's a connectivity issue. And so I welcome everyone on behalf of MSN Tirunelveli and JDN Tirunelveli for this wonderful session. So this is we are marking this as our first online event series. So this has been a long time plan and a project of MSN and JDN Tirunelveli to start a successful healthy and educational and inspirational event, and all together it has come up to this level. I'm glad to welcome all the achievers and the aspirants who have completed the NEET PG and who are ready to do and struggle for the NEET PG course. So I also welcome our IMA officials who have accepted gracefully our invitation to launch this event and felicitate us in this occasion. And I'm glad everyone has joined together to make this event a grand success. And I welcome everyone from deep of our hearts, and all the wishes to all the team members and the achievers who are going to and the aspirants who are going to achieve the level best. So I welcome everyone. So I think we'll proceed with the event. Yes, sir, we reached the century.
Yes. So, are you the master of ceremony? What is next?
Jain is going to be the master.
Okay.
Next we have our guest of honor felicitations. First, we would like to invite Dr. Srijit N. Kumar, sir, IMA JDN National Chairman, to share a few words with us. Dr. Srijit, sir, over to you.
Yeah. So thank you very much for this very kind introduction. Distinguished leaders of Indian Medical Association, organizers and office bearers of MSN and JDN, and my dear little friends. So personally to me, Tirunelveli is both close to my place as well as to my heart. I gratefully acknowledge the huge support which we have got from IMA Tirunelveli during the medical summit which we held in 2013 and the Medicine Millennium conference which we held in November of 2015. And thereafter, for the national conference, Tarank, the All India Medical Conference, which was conducted in Thiruvananthapuram in 2023 December. So we had huge patronage. And I'm personally aware of the great leadership which is being given by Dr. Subramanian and team of Tirunelveli. You know, he had been contacting me, I think probably a decade back regarding MSN affairs when I was the national chairman of the Medical Student Network. And thereafter, we had been in frequent touch. And I'm also aware that Tirunelveli is conducting and hosting a lot of programs, a lot of events. But I think probably it's for the first time that a national event is being organized by you. And thanks to Dr. Indranil, our national secretary, the program which we are holding today is a national hit. It has been circulated throughout India. And I'm sure that delegates have joined from all parts of the country. So you have taken Tirunelveli to the next level. Now it's no more a Tirunelveli program or a state program, but it's a national program. And I also do appreciate the presence of Dr. Hariharan, a great leader. And in fact, for the last 1 year, we had been closely working with him, and one person and one state with assured participation in all national programs had been Tamil Nadu and Dr. Hariharan. And it's quite natural that Hariharan sir is giving such great leadership to all of you in Tamil Nadu. And I'm so very proud and happy that I am part of this event as well. And I have also a little personal thing to share that the organizing secretary of this program happened to be my daughter, Nandini Srijit. And, that's probably a surprise to many of you. And so that is where her Srijit comes from. And, along with her, all the other kids I have worked tirelessly well. And a word about Dr. Srija. I am singularly impressed by the great ability and dedication of this leader. She had brought in around 50 to 75 young medical students for the surgical skill workshop, which was held in Trivandrum 2 weeks back. And I was amazed. 90% of the participants inside that hall was from Tirunelveli. And that probably is due to the efforts of Dr. Srija. And I'm sure that we need her service at the national level also. So I congratulate all of you for taking up this great activity, which has made, not just MSN JDN, but Tirunelveli and Tamil Nadu also very proud and important. And I acknowledge and appreciate the presence of Dr. Mohammed Abubekar, the president, Dr. Prabhuraj, the secretary, Dr. Kannan, the finance secretary, of course, the stalwart leader, Dr. Subramanian, and Dr. Pradibha, madam, who had been there working with MSN for a long, long time. And finally, before I end, let me just share a word about Junior Doctors Network. That's a network of, I'm sure Hariharan sir will give you the details, and Indranil himself is there. He's a taskmaster. He will ensure that, whoever has attended today become JDN, not because of compulsion or coercion, but because of love and affection, because we care for you. And we are rolling out so many programs for you regarding your career, your future, your, everything, you name it. And I'm sure that I know that you are rich with a lot of programs with Hariharan sir and Tamil Nadu JDN at the hem, but still we have many national programs as well. So Indranil, during this the course of the program, will share you the portal to join JDN. So all of you should join JDN. Right now, I think just yesterday we have announced a program in collaboration with DAMS where we are giving a 50% discount. I think for JDN members, we are offering the program as at 2,500, a crash course for 1 month with all 19 subjects. And it'll be very, very useful to all of you. And finally, let me congratulate all the alumni of the Tirunelveli Medical College, Geetika, Aarti, Megha, all of you who are, showing that exemplary quality of guiding your youngsters, and that's how it should be. So we are here to handhold you, and I once again congratulate Tirunelveli, the MSN, JDN, and all the office bearers and organize, and wish you the very, very best in all your future endeavors, your career, and wish you all a very bright and brilliant future. Thank you very much. Jai Hind, Jai IMA.
Thank you
Thank you,
so much,
sir.
sir, for recounting so many of the events and impressing the important that yes, this is indeed IMA MSN JDN's Tirunelveli's first national event. It is genuinely gobsmacking to have legends like you with us today, sir. Next, I kindly invite Dr. Hariharan, IMA JDN, to share a few words with us.
Good
Hariharan sir
evening.
is IMA JDN Tamil Nadu chairman. So we welcome you to the event, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Shrija. Thank you, everyone. Good evening to one and all. Respected President of IMA Tirunelveli, Dr. Abu Bakar, Dr. Prabhu Raj, the Honorary Secretary, Dr. Kannan, the Finance Secretary. I think thank you for being instrumental in permitting Dr. Shrija to hold this event, Shrija and team to hold this event. And then I think thank you, Dr. Subramaniam sir, for finding Dr. Shrija for us. I think Dr. Subramaniam has been instrumental in, making Shrija a great leader. One of the finds of IMA JDN Tamil Nadu. She was in MSN, now in JDN. So thank you, Dr. Subramaniam sir, for inspiring many young doctors over there. And thank you, Dr. Pratibha ma'am, for being there. I think, Srijit sir, thank you for being in a state event today. I think you have been inspiring many youngsters after Dr. Abul Hassan sir changed over to you, and we have been having great programs, national programs, and we assure you from Tamil Nadu, we'll continue all our support and we'll continue to participate, and we'll get in large numbers of JDN members as well. Um, the specialty of IMA, MSN, and JDN Tamil Nadu is that we work together. We strongly believe it's a continuum from the medical student to becoming a young doctor. So we have many programs lined up with us. So we recently had our ARTL workshop where we had all of us having the skills given to train to those who had come over there. Then we had a 1 day CME on the emergency diagnostics in the emergency. We do have many academic events. Then we have a career guidance program called Beacon. Then we had an ASAN event where we honored the teachers who teach all our young doctors. And then we do community activities where we have BLS programs. So we have a 24/7 mental health line that we take care. There is, IMA, MSN, JDN is a blank canvas, and those who want to do lots of great things is we invite all to join the MSN group and the JDN group so that we can do more great things together. And I would congratulate the young achievers who are going to talk today about their experience about cracking the NEET. And thank you, team, Dr. Nandini and team for organizing this today. And also Dr. Indranil for making it a national event. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, Hariharan sir. You are always our backup and you are always backing us. And if anything similarly, you are guiding us every time. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for joining us, sir. Jane, we can proceed.
Hello. Good
Abu Bakar sir is
evening. Sorry for the delay. I'm in theater. Just finished the gate. Sorry for that.
Okay. Abu Bakar sir is our IMA Tirunelveli president. We welcome you to the event, sir.
Thank you, ma. Thank you.
So we just started, so we can
Started, ma.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Keep going. I'll add my headphone and then join you in a
Okay,
minute.
sir.
I've got another case to go. A newborn.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Then you can proceed.
First of all, okay. I'll just எல்லாரும் வந்தாச்சாமா?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All here, sir. Sridhar sir and Hariharan sir has delivered the welcome address. Guest
Already
of honor
spoken.
address.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Yes, sir. So you can proceed, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Good evening, one and all. Thank you very much for inviting our team for this Thiran, which is a very good thing. And it is for the benefit of the undergraduates who have completed and who is waiting to do their NEET, which is prime now. Without post-graduation, now it has become a very difficult for our survival because of the increased number of our undergraduate students. So it will be a very helpful. I know all the three people, and one of them I know very well. I should say that Aarti was my tutor, I should say, for genetics. She was taking classes for me because she was taking classes for my son. I know her capability. I'm sure all these three will imbibe, more than the traditional teaching, probably how to crack the exam and how to understand. There are nuances and the tricks of the trade to crack the MCQs. Even if you are very good in with the wealth of knowledge, still it has got its own way of understanding the question and understanding the nuances of the question and tricks of that. And I'm sure these three who have scored high marks and high ranks will be able to imbibe their tricks of the trade and will help you in all the ways to crack as they are. And I wish you all of you for this and enjoy that and get benefit out of it. Thank you very much. I'll keep looking at it. Thank you.
Thank you, Abu Bakar, sir.
Thank you
Thank
so
you, sir.
much. Absolutely, in the nick of time, Abu Bakar sir appeared. Thank you so much for your felicitations, sir. We'll next like to invite Dr. Subramanian, sir, the past president of IMA MSN, to share a few words with us.
Hello, team. Good evening. So I'm really glad I'm back on in this forum. So thanks to Dr. C. sir. Yes, we had a long association with him. I remember during the COVID time or even before that, I had communication with him. So nationally, for MSN, he was the first man for me. And then Dr. Abdul Hassan sir from the state. And thank you, IMA State, and also Dr. Hariharan and IMA Tirunelveli, Dr. Abbas. I think we had the first MSN before the COVID with Dr. Sridhar sir at the time. And Abu sir, கொஞ்சம் mute பண்ணிட்டீங்கன்னா better. So she was doing physiology, I think. So Srija joined the MSN as the first year itself. So that was the first batch from Tirunelveli, and we are happy that Tirunelveli IMA contributed to the MSN both locally, state, and also nationally, as alluded to by Dr. Sid sir. So, and Nandini was another pearl in our team. So both of them worked hard for this project. Giant is the backbone behind this. So I really appreciate the efforts taken by these people. And I'm sure this Thiran, it's the ability. So we're trying to competitive exams. Not only exams, I think it should go beyond your exams in terms of communication, clinical skills, development, and also legal and medical legal issues. And if there is a requirement for international exams, I'm happy to help because I was a consultant in UK before coming back to India. So I'm actually doing the career guidance program for different colleges through their alumni program. So if that is needed, I can do at some point. So today, the three speakers who have excelled in the NEET PG exam. So yes, it's a good time for preparing for the next exam. For the other delegates. So Clarinet is the one good forum for this. So all the best for this program. Really happy to be associated with Dr. Hariharan too, who is well known to me for the last 5-6 years. So wherever the MSN JDN happening, he gives me a ring and we chit chat and also participate in different deliberations. So I'm really happy Srija has taken this on board and she has a long cherished ambition to do something back to the MSN. So all the best for the team and this today's program. Thank you.
Thank you, Subramanian sir. He has always been my mentor and still being mentoring me in every step. Thank you, sir. Thank you for being my backbone. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for your kind words, sir. Next, we kindly invite Dr. Indranil Deshmukh, sir, IMA JDN General Secretary, for making this international forum. He's the one who made this international forum possible. So we would love to hear a few words from him.
Thank you very much. So good evening to all the respected seniors of IMA Tirunelveli, National Chairman Srijit sir, Dr. Hariharan sir, Subramaniam sir, his whole team, and all my dear friends of MSN and JDN. I'm truly delighted to be part of this wonderful initiative organized by JDN and MSN, and that too at the college level, that too at the local level, focusing on the NEET PG guidance. That is really very important topic. Event like this clearly reflect the commitment of JDN and MSN towards supporting the students in their academic journey. At the national level, JDN recently has launched the IMA JDN PG preparation program in collaboration with the DAMS. And this program is designed to provide extensive 30 days guidance for the upcoming INICT exam. It includes revision material, test and discussion, video solutions, question banks, as well as the AIMS capsule. We are proud to offer that this at the 50% off for our JDN MSN members, making it really a high quality academic resource. Consistent events like this really play a vital role in shaping the future of our students. Through such initiatives, JDN MSN will continue to contribute meaningfully. I would like to specially congratulate Dr. Nandini, Dr. Jayan, Darshana, their whole team, and very hardworking Dr. Srija, who is master in organizing such great webinars, for doing this fantastic event. I encourage you all to keep planning such events regularly to ensure that the guidance and support reach every aspiring doctor. Regarding the JDN membership, it is very simple process, online process. The membership fee is just rupees 1,000. But in that 1,000, you can achieve many benefits, including concession in various events, whether it is academic conclave, scientific conclave, personality development, research program. We provide all such kind of events for our members in very discount rate. Like we are also planning for the NEET PG counseling now, NEET super specialty activity. So such events are there. I will be sharing the membership link, WhatsApp group link in the chat box. We'll request everyone, those who are interested should enroll as early as possible, and it will really contribute in your academic journey. So once again, my best wishes for the success of this event. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
And we would finally like to invite Dr. Kannan, sir, IMA Tirunelveli Financial Secretary, to share a few words.
Good evening, one and all. I thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity to speak in front of you. I congratulate the team Tirunelveli MSN JDN for arranging such a program. I also thank our national and Tamil Nadu chairmen for joining in this evening, and I congratulate all the aspirants and achievers who have joined in this program. I pray the Almighty for the grand success of this program. I thank one and all for giving this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Anand sir.
Thank you so much. Next, going into the session proper, we kindly invite Dr. Geetika ma'am, our beloved senior, to share her amazing experience of preparing for NEET PG and not only cracking it, but excelling in it with flying colors.
Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
Good
ma'am.
evening, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Good evening to all the respected dignitaries, our guests of honor, and my batchmate and my beloved juniors. So it is a privilege to be a part of this evening. And I'm Geetika, batch of 2017 from Tirunelveli Medical College. So when I'm I won't say that my journey was perfect. I made mistakes, changed strategies, and I had a phase of repeating. So, but that phase, as painful as it felt then, turned out to be the most defining one. So now when I talk about my preparation, I started my preparation like only after internship. Actually, I was a pre-foundation student in dance since I was a day scholar, and I used to attend classes here in Tirunelveli. And during COVID also, I had dance and I had subscribed to Maro Plancy, and I was using that. And then during internship, it was a gap. Like at that time, I didn't prepare at all. Like most of the time, I used to be at wards, and I didn't prepare. I didn't dedicate time for preparation that time. So first NEET PG attempt was in NEET PG 2023. It was in March, and we completed our internship at June 2023. So that time, I got 60K. So I was not worried. I know that I can drop a year, and I wanted to perform well. So I dropped a year. So that time, I opted for an offline class because I wanted some dedicated amount of time for studying. So if I'm at home, like I know I'll be distracted. So that's why I went for offline course. So all the classes were over by November 2023, and that's when I came to know about BTR, like which is like currently in hype. So that time, through one of my seniors, like I got to know about BTR, and I started using it. Like we used to share, me and my senior, we used to share, and I used to study like that. And for NEET PG 2024, like I was expecting the exam to be conducted in June. Either way, it got postponed to August. And unfortunately, I had an afternoon session. Okay. So one thing, you may not believe me that I was studying like the GTs, revision, everything. I was doing it properly. But then for me, like usually before the day of exam, like we won't sleep. Like I don't sleep for more than 1 hour. Like, you know, that anxiety will be there before the day of exam. And that's the same thing happened here. And if like my adrenaline rush would have pushed, like if the exam was in the morning, but I had the exam in the afternoon. So I felt very sleepy and tired while giving the exam. So that's when I regretted to this. I regret this to till this day, because if I had slept enough, like I would have, my mind would have felt refreshed, and I would have answered questions with more concentration. So that's when, and that time every time I used to underestimate myself that I won't do this properly, I won't do this correctly. So that kind of thing was every time I used to get nervous or anxious while attempting an exam like that. And then even after that, I was expecting the rank around 2K. But last time it was, yeah, my rank was in the mid range. So I was definitely, I got disappointed and felt low. After that, my parents were really supportive. Like they were pushing me that if you want to try it again, try it once more. So that's why I wanted, because my dream branch was to take dermatology, and I know that I couldn't get dermatology last time. So that's why I know that, and this is not my potential also. I thought I could do much better. So I thought of repeating again, once again. And this time I needed change of environment. Like I was all alone at home at that time. Like it feels kind of extreme now. Like at that time, I didn't even have WhatsApp. So I know Srija is one of my close friends. She knows like I used to talk to her in Telegram, and I talk to my close friends only through Telegram. And the only social media which I used was Telegram at that time. And and that's when I came to know about boot camp there in Noida. So I wanted to have a change of environment to meet people and to study with people. So I went there, and mainly for testing discussions, I was there for 3 months. And in the middle of April, I came here. And when I went there, like my mindset was completely different. Like I felt like I studied happily. The content was almost the same. So in 2024 and 2025, almost I studied the same thing, but the way of studying I changed, and my mindset that I changed. This time I tried to keep myself calm, composed, and try to play it cool. So I think mindset was a game changer in my preparation. So after coming back here, then I gave May INI, and I know that my last two AIMS INI exams, my rank was stuck in the range of thousands. Because yeah, I would like to say share this experience, because while attempting this May INI paper, I know like I marked the correct answer initially, and like before 5 seconds or the section will change, right? So I changed to the wrong answer. I immediately know that was wrong, but when I was trying to change to the right answer, the section skipped. So even after facing that, okay, I was taking that, keep it cool, keep it calm, don't get nervous. So that's how like I was in the range of thousands. And this time I thought like NEET PG, I can crack it, because I knew that uh, like it is not about reading everything. It is about reading the same thing again and again, mastering the concepts. That is what I realized. So this time I worked only on my mindset, like to keep cool, and to concentrate more on the exams, because this is not just like this exam doesn't test much of your knowledge, because when your brain is put under pressure, like it has to perform well. So in that 3 hours you have to perform well. That is what I realized, but it took me a bit of time to realize that. So that's why this time, like I slept well the day before the exam, and during the exam I was cool, and I was giving it with full concentration, and I was happy. Even in NEET PG, I did 2 to 3 silly mistakes, but yeah, fine. Now it doesn't matter, because I'm going to get my dream branch. So that's what I would like to say. And regarding various aspects of this preparation, so for me, like my source of preparation was mostly like currently Maro and BTR. So I know that PYQs I had mastered it well. So initially start from PYQs and then go for like BTR. Like I'm not don't have FOMO, because there are a lot of rapid revision sources like Maro, RR, DVT, and one shot, so many more. So you have to have only one source that you can go back and revise. So that is what the endpoint is. So it can be anything. So for me, like 20th notebook was BTR. So I used to add some points which are not in BTR from Q banks. And after internship, like I didn't subscribe to Maro Plan C, like I had only Plan B, and I did most of the questions from Maro, and I have solved, like I've reviewed Q bank thrice sometimes, because I am not a person who watches video and learn. Only for some gray areas which I had, weak areas which I had, I used to go to YouTube and search it, and so that I can understand it in a simpler manner. So mostly I used to solve questions for like more than half of the day. And after that, I used to go for reading theory. Theory, I don't read much. Like most of the time, I spend time in solving questions. Like after this, like currently before 1 month or 2 months before NEET and closer to the exams, I started revising. So 10 days before the exam, all I had was BTR as my revision tool, and the Maro screenshots, which I made mistakes, silly mistakes, factual errors, that I put into a PDF. I had around 12 to 13 PDFs of 1,000 pages. But see, if when you're seeing it as a question, like you won't feel like like when you're reading it as a theory one, I think I feel like I'll get distracted. That's why I review it as a question. So when I see it in a question form, I know that okay, this can be from the options I can find out I can rule it out, and also know about the other options as well. So that's why I review and I study theory like in a way of questions only. So most of the time I study from the questions. My kind of active recall, everything was from mainly from questions, and only in the later part of the day I used to read some theory. So that is how it went. And talking about the GTs, because everyone will ask like how frequent should you give GTs, and like should we rely on GTs? For me, like I would say that GT you should use it as a learning tool, because for me, like I know that last time, the year 2024, for me, even though I scored GTs around more than 150s in GT, my NEET score, my number of corrects was also around 155. But that doesn't mean that like it will reflect this if your score, because this time I have scored more than 170 in some GTs and 180s also. But in the end, like it will not be the same, because that time. GTs, you can take it as a learning tool to review the patterns of questions, important topics like that only, and don't see the ranks in your GTs, because yeah, I'm sure it doesn't reflect that. Because for some people it may, but for me, I feel that personally, I feel that yeah, it doesn't reflect at all. So no matter how much you score in GTs, there'll be always a plateau. So I was stuck in the plateaus of in the range of 150s for most of the time, and then only I crossed 160s, and there was also a plateau. So but I don't think you should rely on that. You can take it as a learning tool, and some crazy questions will also always be there, and leave that out. So um like what and I've seen people who have studied BTR page to page from cover to cover, but still like fumble upon answering questions. So that's why I say that like your brain like recognize patterns, and I don't have that picture based memory like exactly from this page. No, I don't answer. I mean, I don't have that. Like if somebody asks me any question, I'll say the options and then I'll answer, because I know that answer doesn't come from my memory but from the options. So that's why I always like if somebody is asking me questions, I'll say them to tell the options. So that's how. And no matter how long you study, how many days you study, it doesn't matter, because only the quality is more important than quantity. Like how much you focus, even if it is for 6 hours, it is enough. Because I've seen people working and clearing NEET, cracking NEET. So that's what that amount of time doesn't matter. So I've seen people cracking it in internship also. That's what. So the amount of time doesn't matter. The amount of focus you put in, it matters the most. And the source, yeah, I've already told you about the source, because choose one source which you can go back, revise that again and again at the last minute. That's what I would say. You have to be confident. You have to have that confidence in the exam that you can rule it out, rule out the answer from the options, because that kind of confidence only, like your mind will believe that, and it'll keep you more calm, and you'll be able to answer. And also while attempting the exam, like if you have an instinct to mark one option as an answer, I think most of the time that will be the answer. Don't try to change it. So that is what some people will at the last minute they'll check and they'll change it. I made these mistakes previously, so that's what I'm trying to say, that don't make these mistakes, because obviously your instinct will say that this will be the answer, almost, yeah, that will be the answer. And so I felt that more than my preparation, that 3 years of exam, that way of giving exam, like a lot has changed in this year, because I have given more exams this time as a real life exam. I used to have TNDs live, so I used to attend test as a real exam only. And one more thing is that like if you're planning for a morning session, like to study for a morning session, like keep it as 3 hours slot, so that you will be able to concentrate for the whole 3 hours, and it will come as a practice, so that you will be able to concentrate on the exam day also. And also don't panic, like trust your process and trust your preparation, and yeah. So that is what I would like to say. For me, mindset was a game changer. And if you feel anything, if you are feeling low or depressed, just talk to your parents, and they'll be always for you as an emotional support. And more than that, yeah, if you have any questions after this, I'll be able to answer. So regarding my preparation, I've told you what is from my side. So thank you for giving me an opportunity to be a part of this evening. And thank you for being an amazing audience. And I'm proud of my friend Srija for being enthusiastic about this session. And I've seen her work since first year. Uh, and also, yeah, I'm handing over to my rockstar juniors. I'm sure they have some great insights and energy lined up. So yeah, so let me step aside and let them take over. Thank you for giving me an opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Geetika. As she said, she was my batchmate and she's my
Thank you so
friend.
much, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just
Thank
a
you.
minute, Manvi. So I still remember
Just
Geetika
a
putting out on social
reminder, if
media,
you have any
being away from the crowd and studying hard to hit this highest rank. And we are proud of her, and she has repeated and achieved the best. And we always thought, how much time can you repeat? How much uh, that won't you be that how strong you are? You showed with the rank because we always thought you are struggling hard and working hard all the time while we are working and going for other things. But you stood by and you showed it, you proved it, and we are proud of you, Deepika. And
Thank you.
you'll
Thank
you'll
you,
definitely
Srija.
get the
Thank you.
dermatology.
Thank you, Srija. I'm
And
proud of you too.
all the away time from social media, you are always saying why you are not in WhatsApp, why you're not in Telegram. And you're just in Insta she'll come pop up for 1 day or two and she vanishes off, and all the hard work has paid off. Thank
Thank you,
you.
Srija. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for all the advice and the tips and tricks that you told us. Just a reminder to the audience, if you have any doubts, you can either put it in the chat box now, or you can jot it down. We have a Q&A session later, so then you are free to ask during that time. So now I'd like to invite our next speaker, Aarti Shakti Bala ma'am. Ma'am, she's part of the batch of the Medical College, and I know her because she has always been an active part of every academic events in TVMC. I remember very fondly Equinox, the entire event, ma'am. Ma'am, we
So Aarti is my junior and batch of 2018, and she has been to tribal medicine for 1 year, and that is an entirely different experience. And we like to hear about it, and we welcome you to the session, Aarti. And she also has bagged so many gold medals of Tirunelveli and in her batch, and we are very proud of you, Aarti. We'll give you over for this session and you can continue.
Thank you, Srija ma'am and Nandini for the kind introduction. So good evening to all of you here. Am I audible? Uh,
You're audible. You're audible. Then.
okay. So,
You can tell.
good evening to all IMA TVL, IMA MSN members. So, I'm very happy and grateful to be speaking to all of you today. I'm here to share my preparation journey with you all. So before starting my story, I'd like to say one thing. So every one of us have our unique story. Like we listen to Geetika ma'am about how her preparation story. So each one has a unique story, and there is no one right path. So it's just that we have to trust our own instincts and our own process and trust our own timing. So I just wanted to tell this before starting my story. I actually worked for a year after my internship. I finished internship in 2024 May. I'm from batch of Zedon 2018 from Tirunelveli Medical College. So after May 2024, after my internship, I started working in a hospital in Dharmapuri. It's a secondary care hospital, tribal health initiative, Sitilingi. So why I decided to work in the first place was. In my final year and internship, I felt like I wanted to do something after MBBS. Like I just didn't want to go straight away to pursue another degree. I wanted to work and like whatever I had learned, I wanted to apply. And also I wanted to become more confident in dealing with patients and all. And moreover, internship, as we all know, was very hectic, and I didn't want to add on to the burden of PG preparation with internship. And I wanted to do whatever work I was doing, I wanted to do it with full heart. So that if I felt like if I added preparation to internship, I would not do my internship work properly. Like I would neglect it, or I'd feel more frustrated. So I just totally didn't do anything during it. I just read for whatever professors were asking me to do, or my seniors were asking me. I just read those things and just worked and had some time with family and friends and all. And moreover, I didn't know what branch I wanted to do after MBBS. So I was like, I didn't know what specialty I wanted. So I thought maybe working after internship would help me discover what I wanted. So I was fortunate enough to come across the Tribal Health Initiative. I actually read about it in a blog post in final year. So I visited this place in Dharmapuri. It's a valley between the Kalvarayan and Sitteri Hills, a very beautiful place. So I visited the place, and they also had an opening around the same time I was finishing my internship. So I joined there as a junior doctor. So I worked there from August 2024 to August 2025. So during my 1 year over there, I had learned so many things, and it was really an amazing place. So much of lovely people, and it was not like I was working there and I was like I was junior to someone or something. Like it was, they all treated me like like a family, and I had again so much of knowledge again how to communicate with patients and patient families with empathy and compassion. And I also learned to deal with emergencies and be doing basic surgeries and all. So the best thing that happened to me there was I learned to work as a team member. I learned how to coordinate with people and how to be a part of a team. So that's what made the difference. And I also got to see health from a very different perspective over there. Until then, I thought like health was like something that was restricted to the hospitals and primary health. I believed that it was the duty of only community medicine department. But my whole idea of these two things changed over there. I saw what accessibility and affordability to health meant. And I understood that health for all could be achieved only with community participation. So, and it is not only restricted to curative health. And I also got a little bit of understanding about the social determinants of health, and I realized how privileged I was to live in a city, and my house is like 5 kilometers away from, 5 minutes away from the nearest tertiary care center. So I realized how much privileged I was. So bit by bit, many of my thoughts changed, and I got new perspectives and everything. Around mid-January, three things became clear to me. Like I enjoyed working in a secondary care center, and whatever I do, like whatever specialization I do, primary care should always be a part of my part of my practice. I realized like more than curative health, preventive and promotive health are very important, I realized. And finally I realized that I liked general medicine. So I thought, okay, maybe this is the right time to start preparing for the exam, and I'll give a try. So previously, I didn't give my NEET after internship. Since I was planning to work, I didn't apply for the exam. But with the insistence of seniors and family, I thought I'll give November INICT in 2024 just to see how the exam was. So when I gave the exam, I had read some just because I was writing the exam, I just read one or two subjects here and there, and I went and I just attempted out of subconscious memory whatever I had, and I attempted very cautiously. Like I didn't attempt all the questions. So for 200 questions, I attempted only 140 questions, and I thought like I would get a rank in 50,000 to 1 lakh or something. But I was actually shocked. I got 11K rank. But I realized what the reason was, because I had attempted very cautiously. My negatives were very low. I had good amount of positive responses, and that because of less negative responses, my score was I got around 100 right answers, I guess. So I got a decent rank. So then I realized, okay, whenever I decide to prepare, if I focus on the exam and prepare properly, I would be able to do. I got that little bit of confidence after the exam. So after that, in January, I decided I'll do proper preparation. So until then, I was only reading for the patients that I was seeing. If I was seeing a patient with anemia, I used to just read about anemia in pathology, or I'd also read about workup of anemia, something like that. So, but this was very helpful in clinical perspective. So this kind of reading we can do in internship also. And also if you're working, this kind of reading is actually very, very necessary and helpful. And my work timings in the hospital were 9 to 5. And after 5, weekly 3 to 4 days, I was on call. So on call meant like any emergencies in the hospital, or any new patients coming up in the casualty, I have to be the first one to respond. And there was a lot of mentorship and support from the senior doctors over there. So it was actually a very good learning experience also. So for on my free days, like when I was not on call, the evenings I used to read for the I used to dedicate for studying. And to mention that, I also had a very good friend circle and social circle at Sikligi. So it was not only work and studying. I also had fun and enjoyment. And one of my colleague over there, he actually did his post graduation in AIMS. So he was telling me, he gave me a very excellent advice. Don't study the subjects, study the exam. You just analyze the exam and then do what is needed for the exam, so that you will be able to crack the exam. So this was what he said to me. So I followed what he said. So after January, what I did was I just made a list of all the subjects that I have to study. So I didn't stick on to any particular source. I didn't watch any video lectures. I didn't have that kind of time also. So I used to go for revision notes. So for each subject, I was selecting the revision notes based on the author, like the teacher who taught it. So for few revision notes will be nice from Marrow, few from Cerebellum, like that. So each subject I used to go read the revision notes, or I also use this one touch book series it is available in the Amazon. The books of these one touch series, no, few subjects are very nice, like very nice for quick revision and recall. So after reading that subject once, I used to go to Marrow. I had Marrow Plan B, and I solved only the previous year questions from Marrow. I couldn't do the full Q bank. So I solved all the previous year questions, both INI and NEET. So one subject, if I was taking a pathology, I will read pathology from my source and I'll do all the PYQs. So while solving PYQs, what mattered was reading the explanations. So when we take both INICT and NEET, both these exams have a lot of repeats from previous year topics and previous year questions. So we should focus on those previous year topics, and the question might not be repeated exactly the same way. The same topic might be asked in some other way. For example, the rheumatoid arthritis is a very commonly asked topic, but this NEET they had asked about the pathophysiology of rheumatoid arthritis. So when you solve a question in rheumatoid arthritis, for example, in Marrow, there will be a very big explanation below. So when you read it, it will have so many points, like it will have from pathophysiology to treatment, there will be all the points. So when you solve one question and read those things, it will be repeated revision, and you will be able to take it into you. So that's what I did. And so this thing I did each subject one by one. And around March, I started revising also. So like whatever I did first, I used to go back once to that subject. For example, I did psychiatry in the beginning of Jan. So I decided I should revise psychiatry once again before it goes out of my memory. And under the insistence of my seniors, postgraduate seniors who were guiding me now and then, they told me that I should be starting to give GT as early as possible, because like the exam was to happen in June. So at the beginning of April, I gave my first GT. Then I thought like I'll give one GT every 2 weeks. So the thing about GT was it was to get us familiarized with the exam pattern, and also like to sit for 3 hours straight and give an exam in a computer thing. No, it's actually a task. So the GTs were a good way to prepare us for that, and also it was helpful for me to know where I was at my preparation. So I always used to see the score of my GT. Like Geetika ma'am said, the rank doesn't matter in your GT. Only the score matters. So each GT you have to see whether you are improving from your previous score. So that's what I was doing, and it was okay. There were lows, dips, plateaus, and all, but finally it came out well. So I was happy. Around the end of preparation, I was like, okay, fine, kind of level I was there. So the thing about GT is we have to review the GT as we do it after that. So reviewing takes a lot of time actually. So reviewing 200 questions, no, it's actually a tiresome process. So what I used to do was initially I used to do review only the unattempted questions and the questions that I had marked wrong and the questions that I had guessed and answered it. So there will be an option like mark as guess answer in your GT. So whenever I was attempting, I used to mark that. And so this way I used to do review all those things again, and there will be an analysis of the GT, like which subject you are good at, which subject you are bad at, and all those things. So based on my GT thing, I decided what subject I should study next. So when I started giving GTs, I had completed around 11 subjects, first read of around 11 subjects, and one or two subjects I had revised. So based on that, whichever subject I was very poor at, I used to revise that, or if I hadn't done first read it, I'll go for the first read. So around April also, like around the same time, I also started using BTR. So this BTR is like a revision source. It's like very condensed and very high yield thing of all 19 subjects, right? So and since everyone was using BTR, I was like, okay, I should also use BTR, and actually it was helpful. Uh, and and I also used to do this custom modules every day, like not every day, at least 4 to 5 days a week. So so all our exams are like section based, right? We have in NEET we have 5 sections, and in INICT we have 4 sections, I guess. So there will be 40 or 50 questions. So when you are attempting a section and you're done with that section, you can't go back to that section again. So I thought like practicing 40 or 50 questions as together like a section would give me fair idea how to go about this in the exam. So I'll make custom modules in Maro, like the subjects that I wanted and the tags that I wanted, and I'll do it in exam mode, so that I'll think that this is like a real section in an exam, and I'll solve all the 40 or 50 questions. I'll review it like I used to do it in the exam, so that, and after I get the score, I used to see like how many I was getting. So my target was like for 40 I should get 32 plus kind of thing, and if it's 50 I should get 40 plus. So under like from talking to seniors, I understood like if I get 160 plus out of 200, I'll get a decent fair enough rank so that I can get general medicine. So my goal was to get a decent rank to get the government MD general medicine seat. So that was my goal. So I used to have that as a target and go. So, and I should say that I didn't do everything perfectly. Like there were few lacunae in my preparation. Like I didn't do all the subjects with equal enthusiasm. So, some subjects were like I did okay. I had to do it, so I did it kind of thing. I just kept doing something every day. So that was my target. And there were days when I would go to bed without even having touching my book. But then when I was about to sleep, guilt would wash over me, and then I'd take my mobile phone and do a quick custom module and satisfy myself that okay, I'd studied something today. or I'll wake up early the next morning and try to compensate for the previous day's like no work that I did the previous day. And um, if I had a free Sunday, I used to like plan one big subject revision, or one short subject study, or take a GT on a Sunday. So this I used to do. So monthly 1 or 2 Sundays only I used to have duty. So if that Sunday was free, I was free to do my work. So I used to do that. And I must say here, and I must thank my friends, my postgraduate seniors, and my family who gave me lots of hope, lots of suggestions, and they even cleared lots of doubts for me and helped with difficult topics. And they were like a constant source of motivation, and I should really thank them for being there. And I also used to revise volatile facts with my friends, and we used to make funny mnemonics and try to remember them. And I made sure that I was accountable to someone. So I used to update my preparation status with my mother and my postgraduate seniors. So they will give their insights, and also I used to send screenshots of my test scores to my mom. And whenever I finished a subject, I tried to give one subject test of that subject, so that I could understand how well I had read that subject. And since my first GT, I made this small notebook, the 20th notebook. So I used to add all my mistakes to that, and also the volatile things. For example, in FM, the IPC sections, and sorry, it's BNS now, and in pediatrics, the milestones, all those things. So I used to add it to that, so that that thing we have to revise the previous day, like so that we don't make the same mistake again. And I took 2 weeks of leave before NEET, and I came home and I studied. I gave May INI-CT. It was like I thought like, okay, I shouldn't have much hopes. I'll give it as a GT. But I was after the exam I was very confident that I can do well in it, because by then I had finished 17 subjects and I had only 2 more subjects to go. And if I do a proper planned revision and finish these 2 subjects also, I was confident that I'll be able to crack NEET with a decent rank. And whenever studying and revising felt very tiresome and I was unable to move on or do anything or sit for a couple of hours together, I called my best friend Sneha, and we used to have study with me sessions together. We just get connected with video call, and she sits there in her home studies, and I sit there and I study, just silently studying, so that it will be like someone's there studying with you. That feeling helps you study. And the day before exam, I would say the last week of exam. I what I did was I revised all NEET PYQs in 5 days. I just went through all the PYQs once again, um, and the last 2 days I revised only BTR and my 20th notebook. And I was able to finish like around 95% of what I had planned for the last 1 week. So on the night before exam, of course, we will be feeling like, I need to study more. I need to study more. Oh my God, tomorrow is exam. But as Geetika ma'am said, sleep is very important. So I tried to wrap up everything and sleep by 11:30, but sleep didn't come. I was unable to sleep, and somehow I slept, and I had to wake up early the next morning, and I was nervous, I admit. But I felt like, okay, I'll give my honest attempt. It's fine, whatever happens, it's fine. That's what I felt. And after the exam, I was like, okay, I had done well, decent enough. Because since I was giving GTs, no, my final GT score was 168 out of 200. So I was confident that if the same way I do my NEET PG exam, I'll be getting a good seat, good rank. So I felt like I had done similarly. So I was confident enough. And after exam, the first thing I did was uninstall Marrow and Cerebellum from my devices. And the final few weeks were very stressful, and really only because of the support from my family and friends and my colleagues from Sitlinge, I was able to juggle everything and carry on. And I should take this opportunity to thank all my UG teachers, because only because of the good foundation in UG, I was able to prepare well in a short span of time. And for all the juniors who are here, if you are in your first to final year, What I would say is focus on mastering your concepts and subjects rather than a PG exam oriented preparation. Concentrate on reading the prescribed textbooks, because that thing we'll never get to do it again. Even if you want to, you won't get the time after your internship. You will to read those books during your PG prep, because PG prep is like mastering a few things. Like you have to be the master of those few things, and whatever exam you give after UG, these concepts matter. And also, whenever there is an opportunity, try to participate in quiz competitions, case presentations, poster presentations. So all these knowledge adds up, and it really matters and makes a difference in the end. And definitely this hardcore exam oriented preparation you will be able to do when you want to do like internship or post internship, whatever. And I believe that it doesn't matter if you are working after internship, because in fact working helped me in many ways, because a few of the questions from OG and surgery were easy for me to attempt, because I had experience of dealing that patient in the hospital. And the questions felt like they were linked to my everyday life. So that thing will be always there. And also managing time with work, it's in our hands. And also where you work, it also matters. If you have a very good friendly working environment like I had, it would definitely be a very good thing. And the source you use, it doesn't matter, as long as you are revising again and again, practicing MCQs, and giving GTs and reviewing them, you are on the right track. And don't try to study the whole subjects. Focus on the previous year questions and previous year topics, because most 80% of the questions come from that. Only 15% to 20% will be the extra things, and around 10% of these things we'll be able to answer from our subconscious memory, like the patients we have seen or the books, the things we have read in our UG days. Only 5 to 10 questions will be the new weird questions, and these weird questions will be weird for everyone. So we need not focus on mastering these 5 to 10 questions. Rather, we should focus on these 80%, because even one mistake in these 80% of questions will cost us our rank. So, and if you have time, you can definitely read wider, because knowledge never goes waste. So, I'd like to say final 3 things. Uh, Plan your revision, multiple revisions, and feel free to ask help to whoever you're comfortable with. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for your advice and all the tips and tricks that you have told us. And I'd like to say that you told us, you said that it's okay to feel down. It's okay to have a day where you're not doing well. You know, that's very important, because we think, okay, all the toppers, all the time, they're doing everything properly. And you know, it really helps that, okay, fine, no, we're all human. We all need that. Like, thank you so much, ma'am. And now we
Also,
shall.
yeah, I have to add one more thing. Also, there's a myth like after MBBS, you should definitely start on preparations first. But you have made the change and you have achieved the best work. So after MBBS, you have gone for a work, and after 1 year of working, you have started your preparations, and that also counts. Many of us want to work and also want to explore that field. And after working and immediately right after your hard work has paid off and you got a good rank. So that's a valuable point, and thank you for sharing the story and all the tips and tricks of your exams. Thank you, Arti.
Thank you, ma'am, and thank you, Nandini.
Thank you, ma'am. Next, we would like to invite our next speaker, Megha, ma'am. Megha S. Menon, ma'am. Ma'am, are you there?
Hello.
Hello.
Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. So Megha S. Menon, ma'am, she is very close to me. She was my senior. She's 2018 batch, and we are all of us. We are very proud of ma'am. She has secured an All India rank of 351 in NEET PG and also an All India rank of 396 in INICET, which is very remarkable. And so we are all very excited to hear what advice you have for us, ma'am. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Nandini. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, dignitaries, batchmates, and my juniors. I would like to introduce myself. I am Megha S. Menon. I belong to 2018 batch, and my native is from Kerala, Ernakulam. And I assume most of the students who have joined will be doing UG currently. So I would start my journey from UG. How did I study in my UG? How did I continue my preparation in internship, post-internship period? During UG times, as every one of you, my aim was also to get good marks and to pass the internals and university exam. But I made sure that my concepts were very clear during that time. So I used to read standard textbooks. I used to watch YouTube videos, especially during my first year of preparation, first year of UG life. And my aim was just to pass the internals. And in second year, actually, we had the lockdown period during second year time. And as a FOMO, I think every one of my batchmates started taking Marrow Plan C, or started watching videos and doing question bank. So just out of the FOMO, I also started using Marrow. But I understood that Marrow main course is actually very tedious to complete. There were a lot of main videos which was lengthy and which was tough for me to complete during that time. But what I have used was actually Marrow question bank. Marrow question banks, I used to read the textbook and do the question banks parallelly. So I felt that personally, I'm not a person who watch videos and study. And while applying the knowledge or doing the questions have actually helped me remember things and retain things more better. And from first year to final year, I followed this pattern. I used to study for internals and university and made my base very strong. But internship was actually different. I continued the Marrow plan and was planning to do PYQs, GTs, and all during the time. But actually, my internship was very hectic. I was in first unit most of the time, and even when we get free time, used to go out or have fun with friends. Mostly I'll sleep. The preparation didn't go as I planned. So soon after the internship, NEET PG 2024 was announced, and I gave that attempt, which was my actually zeroth attempt because I didn't prepare for NEET as such, and I got a rank of 52,000. And I understood at that point that NEET preparation or any preparation for a competitive exam is not as preparing for your theory or final exams. So it requires much of a smart work, or what would you say? A smart approach is required for that. And you need more of question practice for cracking such an exam. So if you ask me, the three most important factors for preparing for an exam like NEET or INI will be notes, which should be very concise and revisable one. Then previous year questions, as Aarti have mentioned, previous year questions and the related topics, which will help you to analyze the exam. You have to go to that each topic in its depth and breadth, so that in whatever manner it will be asked, you will be able to answer it. Then next point will be next third thing will be GTs. GTs are actually a stimulation to the actual exam. The more GTs you give, the more the fear of exam will be actually be reduced. So I used to give GTs initially a month of preparation. Then towards the end, I used to increase the frequencies of GTs, and it actually includes all the 19 subjects. I hope you are aware that there are 19 subjects for the exam, which include major subjects like medicine, OG, pedia, patho, pharm, and minor subject like the psych, ortho and all. So these three things: notes, previous year questions and topics, and GTs are very important part of our preparation. Then first thing while starting a preparation is which platform you should choose. Actually, 80 to 90% of content of all the platforms are same. So you have to personally inquire to your seniors or online, and even watch YouTube videos of the faculty, so that you choose with a platform which is comfortable to you, which will give you a quality notes, which is having less bulk and more content, which will help you to revise faster. Actually, BTR is such a source, but I joined for Bhatia classes. There are two options: either you can go for online recorded class, or you can go for a face-to-face class where actually the faculty come face-to-face to you for teaching you. So if you're a person who want to study in the comfort of your home, who is disciplined and self-motivated, then you can definitely go for a recorded or online satellite classes. But I wanted some accountability. I wanted someone or what to say. When you're in a face-to-face class, you're forced to sit for that 12 hours and listen to the class and listen to the faculties and take notes then itself. So that's why I chose a face-to-face class in Kochi, which was actually near to my home, and I was a day scholar. So if you ask me when to start your preparation, if you want to crack the exam in the first attempt, you should start early. Especially the students from North India, I've heard that they prepare really well early on. In the internship period and all, they used to cut the postings and prepare. So if you start early, that is actually a great advantage. I would say end of second year or start of third year would be very helpful. You can actually go through textbooks. You can watch videos if possible, and even question banks can be attempted during the UG time. And during internship period, you can even go for PYQs and GTs. You can attempt during that point. So make sure that you are very thorough with the subject during your UG period from first to final prof. And internship period, you should focus more on doing questions if you are planning for a first attempt, to crack in the first attempt. But for me, this plan didn't work out. For internship and all, I was not able to even read even a little bit. It was very hectic. So I decided to take a drop of 1 year and I joined the classes. And my checklist was to have a quality material, and the classes should be over early as possible so that I can revise in the remaining months. Uh, so while preparing, my target was to get a rank of within 2000 because I wanted a branch like general medicine and in a decent college. So there are two exams. There is an INICT exam for Central Institute like AIMS, JIPMER, PGI and all, and there is NEET PG exam. This INA exam occurs once in 6 months. So then one in November and one in May. NEET PG exam is once a year exam. So my target was May INI initially. So I read the Bhatia notes in the first 6 months. Usually I'll read around 8 hours per day, quality hours. Actually, quality is more important than the number of hours you sit. And similarly, every day you will not be able to stick to that many hours or that much content or the number of questions. You will plan to practice 100 questions a day, but it will not be practically possible. But most of the time you will stick up to that. Then I did GT once a month initially, and during the time of revision, I increased the frequency to uh, one GT to once in 2 weeks and all. And towards the end, 5 days once I used to give a GT. Then I used Marrow Plan B actually for doing questions, previous year questions and GTs as well. While doing each revision, actually I started my revision from February, and the exam was on May. So I was planning to give 3 revision before INA, and with each revision, I plan to cut down the content to make it short and crisp as possible. So I used to highlight my own main notes so that if I take 1 month, 1.5 month for the first revision, I used to take 1 month for the second, and third revision less than that. And before May INI, I gave last 15-day revision. Whatever you learn in this entire 5 year or even 1 year for 1 year during the preparation time, if you are not able to revise the volatile things like the charts, formulas, etc., if you are not able to read it in the last 15-20 days, you will not be able to get a great rank. So as to avoid the silly mistake, you should have something to revise in the last 15 days. It is when a platform like BTR or Marrow RR comes into play. You should have a book so that you should prepare it before itself uh, with this in mind. Last 15 to 20 days, what you should see, you should have that plan way ahead of you. Then in INI May, I got a rank of 396, but I couldn't get general medicine. So since I was very focused to the branch, I waited for NEET PG to happen. And it was postponed for 2 months because of the issue with centers and all. And during that time, I gave 2 more revisions. And I focus more on questions because after giving May INA, I understood that my concepts are very strong, but the question or PY question solving ability I could improve. So to practice more questions, did many of the custom modules. I increased the frequency of GTs. Even a question bank, I focus more on that rather than PYQs alone. And I gave a last 7-day revision and I got a rank of 351 for NEET PG. So if you ask me, Aarti and ma'am was been telling about BTR. BTR is it should not be the sole preparation source. It should be something for the last revision. It could be there like a concise source. You should have a main source for preparation, and BTR can be used for the last few days of as a 20th notebook. Then, to summarize everything, if I look back, you should have a having a solid base in UG actually helped me. It gave an extra push actually over others. Then, if possible, it is well and good to practice previous year questions and GTs during CRRA period. Uh, But it is absolutely okay to take a year of break to get your dream branch and dream college, because I did that and I don't regret a bit on that. Then the three core things of preparation is having your notes right, doing your previous year questions, and GTs regularly. And maximum push yourself, give your best attempt. And I would say revision is the key of this preparation. If you want a great rank, you have to repeatedly do as many revisions as possible. And as Geetika ma'am told, mindset is very much important. We are preparing the entire year or more than 1 year for that 3 hour exam. So once you get into that right mindset, it will be easy for you to crack the exam. So thank you for giving this opportunity. If you have any doubts, you can.
Thank you, Megha. And myself, being an aspirant, I know you have all condensed everything into a short session. So thank you, and we'll get all the tips and tricks and the ways you have excelled and the ways you have studied and you have prepared. That is excellent. And it was a great session for me also. And I'm having my knowledge has increased by yours
Thank you,
words.
ma'am.
So thank you. Thank
Thank
you,
you, ma'am.
Megan.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So now we shall proceed on to the Q&A session. So if there is anyone who wants to ask a question to either three of the speakers, you can please turn on your audio and your video and please ask directed questions to the speaker that you want to ask the question to.
Hello, good evening, ma'am.
Please mention the speaker as well.
Somebody wanted to ask the question. I guess that is she audible. I think we have all the three speakers ready to take your questions. So, if possible, switch on your cameras and ask the questions. They will be ready to answer. And if that is directed towards one speaker, you can go ahead and ask. There was a voice.
There was a question during Geetika ma'am session on how to start preparing during third year MBBS when you start third year and second year itself. So ma'am, if you have something to say.
Yeah, like I would say that during third year and final year, you'll have much time. Like you don't have any timeline to complete this subject, that subject. You can relax and you can focus on like mastering the concepts of, because NEET PG, like the important subjects which are 50%, which has more than 15% weightage or from final year and pre-final year. So it is better to focus on these subjects during your UG days, and rather than, because nowadays there is a CBME curriculum which includes MCQs also. In either way, you'll be studying for that. So obviously, it will be helpful for NEET PG and INI also. So that's what I would think. So focus on mastering the concepts initially and relaxed. Keep it relaxed at that time. When you are coming to internship, you can start giving GTs, and you can schedule for each subjects to complete in such timelines, and then you can uh, schedule your preparation like that. Sure. Yeah, you can contact me to know about. Someone asked regarding, can I Oh, fine, fine. Okay, okay. Yeah. Oh, I think
Thank
that's
you,
a
ma'am.
personal message. Okay, fine. Yeah, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Aarti, ma'am, there was a question that is basically how they say notes are important. So how do you concise notes? How do you prepare notes? Did you take notes from a platform, or did you focus on making the notes yourself? So how are we supposed to approach that, ma'am?
So, coming to notes, in my UG days, for few subjects, like I used to take notes in class regularly, and for few subjects, those were very good. My notes taking were very good. So I had those notes with me, whichever I felt were like good for preparation. The other subjects, I just took notes from some sources, be it marrow or dams or cerebellum, whichever you are able to get it, and whichever you find are good enough, you can go for it. But the thing is, you have to annotate your notes. Like you have to highlight the important things, and whichever area you are finding it difficult, you have to mark that specially or add on extra points to that notes. So that makes a difference. So just reading a notes in the printed notes does not help you much. Rather than your inputs to the notes will make it easier for revision further. So that's what is needed in case of notes. Uh, Deepak has asked a question. Can I answer that now? Yeah.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am.
Yeah. So individual authors, you can contact me separately. I'll send you the list. So in Amazon, there is this One Touch series books, ONE1, TOUCH, Touch, One Touch series. So these are like written by, like each subject is written by an author. Like for example, for OG, it's by Sakshi Arora ma'am. And for ENT, it's by Manisha ma'am. So if you are not able to get the marrow revision notes, no, like these people have written the same notes. It's almost the same similar content. And it's very colorful with nice pictures, tables and all. So it was very helpful for revision. So you can, it's available for almost all subjects. But this ENT, OG, pediatrics, these three are very good. And anesthesia is also good. So these four from One Touch are very good.
Thank you, ma'am. Megha, ma'am.
Hello.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello. Am I audible? Hello.
You are audible. You are audible.
Ma'am? Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, you're audible, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, one of them I was asked here, how do you manage, how do you start preparing? Like, if, let's say you're in a posting, do you, it is in final year, especially, it is often difficult to even study theory because we don't know whether to study for the postings or to study theory or to study for IA or what do you have to study for. So if we want to, if you have a NEET PG mindset, how do you prepare during final year and pre-final year? Like maybe a schedule per se, if you can suggest, ma'am.
Schedule. I don't know. Should
I
I put a
remember
schedule and all?
ma'am used to work very hard. I remember whenever I used to go to ma'am's room, she used to be stuck
I
inside the
used to
textbook.
study
I
for
remember,
internals.
ma'am.
I used to study for internals really well because my main aim was to get somewhat good marks in internals and universities. I used to prepare for that. I didn't prepare for NEET PG as such during that time. I wanted to make the concepts very clear. As I've told you, that have helped me in long run. So if you're in the pre-final or final year, you focus on that subjects. ENT of the, you can even read the textbooks and do the question bank. That will help you to get a clear idea and on how well you can apply the concepts. So I think you shouldn't watch the entire video. If you're using Marrow, you can't watch the entire medicine videos of Marrow, but you can actually complete the main topics. You will be aware of the main topics like CNS, CVS. From that, you can use the question banks and utilize that during your final years. So what I used to do was I used to read the textbooks and I used to do the corresponding question banks. And once I get the topic wrong, I used to go back to my standard textbooks which I used to read, and I used to get it cleared then itself. And I was not a fan of Marrow videos; it was too lengthy for me, too tedious to watch. So this was how I prepared during that time.
Thank you, ma'am. Geetika, ma'am. Ma'am, so there is a question that is, it can, especially for when you prepare for a long time, like even if you're taking in during internship, when you take a drop year after internship, sometimes it can get monotonous. The schedule can get monotonous, and sometimes GT marks may seem depressing. So what kept you going? What kept you motivated? And how can we gain insight from that, ma'am?
The fact is that you'll have to accept it first. So yeah, there will be days you will feel overconfident, and there will be days you'll underestimate, and your progress feels so small. So that'll be 100%. I agree that. And if you are in the verge of getting burned out, like take a break before that, like prior to that, like prioritize yourself in this journey, because you're accountable for your future self. So set boundaries, whatever, the external people, they may say anything, whatever, nothing, like it shouldn't affect you, and prioritize yourself, take care of yourselves, take breaks adequately. So like it is also a part of productivity. So I think breaks are also productive, like take productive breaks. How to say that, like even if you're doing 20 MCQs per day, like it, yeah, as Aarti said, she told like she'll be busy the whole day, and at night like she doesn't have time. So that day, no, it's nothing wrong in that, because every day will not be the same. So I think you'll just have to show up, even it is for some 1 hour or even 30 minutes. It is okay only. I told you already that it doesn't matter how many hours you study. It doesn't matter at all. Like 1 month before the exam, like you'll have to be focused, and even if it is for 6 hours, it is fine, because quality is more important. So that is what I would like to stress. Yeah. So don't feel bad, because everyone will be feeling the same thing. That's what. And I would also like to add that don't compare yourself to another person's, because it is your life, you are living your life. So just don't compare yourselves to other persons. That's what I would say. You are in this journey, and you should not compare it. Live your life fully. That's what I would say.
Thank you, ma'am. Aarti ma'am has also shared a beautiful quote in the chat. So everyone, please do look at that.
Hello. No, ma'am, one question. Can I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Is there any different approach for INICET and NEET, ma'am? Can we approach both the exams to same approach? Is there any strategy for, especially for INICET?
Can I answer the question?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, you can.
Actually, INICET is more focused upon first and second prof subjects than final and third year subjects. But NEET is more focused towards the clinical subjects. So when you're preparing, if your first and second year subjects are very strong, that will give you an advantage in INICT. And INICT tend to repeat a lot of previous year questions. So what I did was I did questions from 2013 on for INI, but NEET doesn't tend to repeat its question. It tend to repeat the previous year topics, but not the exact questions. So I used an app called Reflex, which is by one of the AIMS on in, and that was very helpful. From 2013 on to 2025, it had the questions, previous year questions, and some of the direct questions you can directly answer the questions from that. That was a major point of difference. Other things, the type of pattern is slightly different. You'll get 4 sessions of 50 questions in INICT, with time limit will be very less, and the questions will be more of practical, clinical type oriented questions. While in NEET, you will be having 5 sessions with 40 questions each, and that will be more of fact-based questions. But last NEET was similar to an INI paper only. But the platform I prepared was similar for both. The notes I had, it was the same notes that I prepared for both INI and NEET.
So using BTM, ma'am, for both INI.
No, I use DBMCA Bhatia app.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Can I clear something about BTR here?
Sure, ma'am. Ma'am, please.
Yeah, so just like Megha said, BTR must be used as a revision source. So it is useful only if you have done the first read of all subjects, because it's very highly condensed. It has like all the pictures, tables, and all those stuff, and it's a way of remembering the facts. It's not a conceptual thing. It's like how to easily remember highly volatile facts. That's what BTR is. But it's an excellent revision source. So if you have done all the subject once, like you need not wait for doing all the subjects to start it. So if I have done 4 or 5 subjects first read, you can do BTR of those subjects. So only after completing first read of that subject, you can go for BTR. And maybe for revision next time, you can only do BTR and go on if you're not having enough time to do your notes. So that's what BTR is. And there are some few modules called compiled modules in BTR. So those things are very nice. Zainabura ma'am has given a few things on like Robbins module, Park module, Shaw module kind of thing. So it focuses on important pictures and tables from those books. So if you don't have time to go back to your books during your preparation time, those modules were very helpful. So that you can also see those things.
Ma'am, I have a question I would like to ask. This question is directed to Aarti, ma'am. Ma'am, you mentioned about your 20th notebook, the notebook that you maintain for all your mistakes and volatile info. So I want to know, like, how big was this notebook, first of all? How many pages was it? And secondly, how do I make sure that I don't just put everything in it? Just how do I filter only the most important information?
Yeah, actually, it was not only one notebook. It was 2 WhatsApp groups also, because I didn't have time to write down everything. So many things would be screenshots. I used to just send in these 2 WhatsApp groups. Each one was with a friend. So one group was like it had almost 1,000 images and a few messages with mnemonics, all those things. It was very difficult to go back to those things again. But what I used to do was periodically, sometimes I'd scroll up and star those things which were very important, like which were repeatedly asked, so that I can go back to those things again. And one group had only very important stuff, like always ask stuff. So that thing I was able to do. And the GT things I wrote it down, and it was a small notebook only, because most of my things were in that WhatsApp group. That no, I was able to revise one WhatsApp group and one of my notebook fully. The other group I was only able to do half, but I had only that time left, so I had to accept that I couldn't complete doing it. But since I gave May INI, I did it once in May INI, once for May INI, so I was able to. When I did it again, the time revised it again, the time I took was less. So the thing is, you have to know what you need to read again and again. So it's okay if even for your 20th notebook, you can scale it down as you revise it again and again. So that's what I did from one WhatsApp group to other WhatsApp group. I scaled it down. I sent only the important stuff to the other WhatsApp group. Yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so
Any
much,
other
ma'am.
questions?
Are there any other questions? If there are any other questions, you can have 2 minutes. You can have 2 minutes where you can on your mic and your video and ask. Are there any other questions? If not, after this, you can send us the questions. We shall send it to the speaker concerned, and we shall get you your doubts cleared. So now we shall move on to the vote of thanks. I call upon Jain, co-convener IMA MSN Tirunelveli, to please deliver the vote of thanks.
Right. Thank you so much. So first of all, I would like to thank the guests of honors gathered today. I would like to thank Dr. Srijit Kumar, IMA JDN National Chairman. I would like to thank Dr. Hariharan, IMA JDN Tamil Nadu Chairman. I would like to thank Dr. Indranil Mukesh Sir, IMA JDN General Secretary, who's present. All three of whose presence here made a lot of difference and made this event much more significant. Then I would like to thank all the IMA officials gathered here, Dr. Mohammed Abu Bakar Sir, IMA Tirunelveli President, Dr. Subramanian Sir, former IMA Tirunelveli President, Dr. Prabhurat Sir, IMA Tirunelveli Secretary, Dr. Kannan Sir, IMA Tirunelveli Finance Secretary, Dr. Pradipa Suresh Ma'am, IMA MSN Coordinator. All your support is always extremely appreciated, sirs and ma'ams. And most importantly, I will also like to thank our speakers gathered today, Dr. Geetika Ma'am, Dr. Aarti Shaktibala Ma'am, Dr. Megha S. Menon Ma'am. All your pearls of wisdom have been extremely useful. We really hope all the attendees here benefited from it as much as we did. We would like to thank all the attendees for making this event possible. We really hope you took a lot from this session and apply it to create your own success. And very importantly, before wrapping up, we are excited to announce the second session from our Thiran 2025 platform, which will be scheduled on next Wednesday, 22nd of October 2025. It is a session mainly based on MRCP, focused on MRCP, and for which we have an extremely capable speaker. We have Dr. Aravind, who is the youngest Indian to gain MRCP accreditation in the whole history of Indian doctors. And we are extremely excited to have him speak about MRCP UK. And is it really possible for MBBS students to gain MRCP accreditation in the first go? Thank you so much for joining us today. We really hope you enjoyed today's session. And that marks the end of this session. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, then.
So,
you.
thanks to all
Thank
the
you all for
dignitaries present here.
joining.
Clarity is really glad to have all these brilliant people together in this session today. And I really hope that you all had a seamless experience. So, with everyone's permission, I am concluding the session in here for today and looking forward to host you again. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, MSN team. The first session is a grand success. Thank you. Thank you, Nandini. Thank you, Jain.
Thank you,
Bye,
ma'am.
everyone.
Bye.
Thank you, Aarti. Thank you,
Thank you,
Geeta.
ma'am.
Thank you, Megha, for joining. Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Shrija.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
thank you.
Thank you.
Bye,
Thank you and
everyone.
good night.
Thank you, Subramanian sir. Thank you, Kannan sir.